How to know you're truly attracted to someone, not just sexually. You miss them. Think about them way too often. Dream about them. Hello limerence. For real. This is burning me. When you want to actually talk to them and take them on a proper date and not just smash and dash. Exactly. When you want to have a conversation with someone you know it's more than just happy molecules drowning your brain. You find yourself enjoying the connection itself more than the physical. When you're truly attracted to someone, cuddling and sharing together can be more satisfying than sex. You might even find yourself choosing that non-sexual intimacy over sex. When you think about being 90 years old with them, sitting on your porch, and think I'd love that, not just men, I guess it would be okay. All the women I've dated I've been attracted to on more than just a physical level. I'll give one example. I briefly dated someone back in 2020. This was during lockdown, so I was playing a lot of online D&D, just over voice chat. One day, I noticed one of the players was laughing at my jokes, like a lot. She found an excuse to PM me, and we got to talking, and hit it off instantly. Since we couldn't see each other physically, we'd do little virtual dates like watching movies together while texting each other. We'd talk on the phone every morning and every night. She was the last voice I heard before falling asleep and the first voice I heard when I woke up. It was during this time that I found myself falling for her. Not in love, with a capital L, but those butterflies were definitely dancing in my stomach. So it was that close intimacy that we had, even without ever meeting, that did it for me. I loved falling asleep to the sound of her voice, and waking up and being excited to see that she'd already texted me good morning. Did you end up meeting her? Sex fades when you're angry or tired, but connection doesn't. If you still want to be kind, to listen, to understand them, that's the difference. If you are really attracted to someone, you don't ask this question. You will know. You have no doubts. Well, this was how it was for me when I met my wife. Of course she was the subject of my carnal thoughts. However, whilst still only dating, I shared snippets of my day with her instead of only more salacious texts. When I visited her, we lived in different towns. I dropped her off at work, picked her up, went grocery shopping, visited vineyards, fixed broken items of hers, spent time with her family and friends instead of just driving to her for a night of romping. As we started getting more serious, we shared hopes, dreams and ideas of our futures. Do not get me wrong. My wife is still smoking, and I'm still very much attracted to her sexually. But we have a connection which goes beyond that. If you find that you can even enjoy the more mundane parts of life with a partner, that is when you know that attraction goes beyond the purely physical. After sex, you enjoy their company. When just spending time with them is what you want, no matter in what way. I see attraction the following ways. Sexual attraction. A part of me wants to have sex with that person. I can imagine it. Romantic attraction. A part of me wants to kiss, cuddle, and generally spend a lot of time with that person. I want to get to know them, and they know me. I want to hold hands and be infatuated with everything they do. Aesthetic attraction. I just personally think they look really good. I like staring at them. It brings me a small measure of happiness to look upon them, the same way looking at a really good painting does. Platonic attraction. I don't know this person super well yet, but what I do know seems like someone I'd really get along with. I want to be their friend. I can mix and match these four attractions. Each one of them can also fade over time. For me, it's the things that make me happy. When I think about her, are personality based. Maybe something funny she said, similar thought process, or even something that made me think about an idea differently in a positive way. Truth is though, it's hard to tell before you've had sex, because sexual desire and tension can make you think you like her personality, but you're really just horny. You could sit and watch paint dry with them, and it would be great just to be sitting next to them. I want to cuddle with them and be close to them. When you think about them, it isn't in just a sexual way. The edit doesn't really seem to go with the title. Seems like different questions. I know I was emotionally attracted to my wife when we got lost in conversation and turned what was supposed to be a 5-minute coffee break chat into a 5-hour talk about our lives. Generally speaking, on average, the highest emotional needs for men to feel loved and satisfied are 1. Admiration and appreciation. 2. Recreational companionship. 3. Sexual intimacy. Very much depends on the man in particular though. She looks beautiful to me just after waking up. Messy hair. Even picking her nose. Like being good friends, or like a close sibling, got each other's back no matter what, through thick and thin. When you are seen, not just heard, but listened to, and understood, that is human nature you can't fake. I knew it would take time before we went to bed, and I was okay with it, because our chemistry was unmatched. When I can see myself building something long-term and meaningful, someone I'd want to start a family with eventually, get married, etc. Someone I think about borderline 24/7. When I'm always thinking about her, the way she looks, when she's happy, and all I want is to be with her. Can you answer these kinds of questions about them? / what do you respect about them? / what important things do they do better than you? / would you ask for or take their advice? / what is their sense of humor like? / can you be honest with them, even when that honesty might reflect poorly on you? I want to do non-sexual activities with them. When each knows, validates and trusts the other through empathic listening, don't interrupt nor give advice. Of course you don't tell the other the entire everything. Leave some out as mystery makes the other come back again. Besides honesty, it spices up the entire relationship. Oh, and the soul knows what the mind refuses to accept. Drive. Carl Jung. Rely on that. Are you asking as a man, or as a woman? As a man, it's when you think, okay, with her I'm going to live the rest of my life, and it doesn't scare you. The reason might differ, but it all comes to that. As a woman, I really don't know. It all depends on the guy. If you want my speculations, I believe many guys don't actually want to stick to one woman as such. So if somebody dumps you, very likely it wasn't because of you. Jerk off. Then see if you still want to hang out.